So to solve this problem, there are two ways to do it. I'll use the simpler first, then I'll use the longer method to solve it again. So to do this, you set up your numbers. So you write one, the bigger number is this, so you write it down, 11001 in base 2 minus 1110 in base 2. So you start with this, you say 1 minus 0 is 1. So you say 0 minus 1 is not possible. So you're going to take this 1 and then you have 0 here left. Now this 1 you have taken, you call it 2. And if you call it 2, you're going to put it here. Okay? So if you put it here, it will be 2, but you're going to take 1 again from there, so you have 1 here left. Okay, so that 1 that you have taken, you call it 2, and then you put it here. Okay? So you can now say 2 minus 1 to get a 1. You have 1 left here, so you can say 1 minus 1 to get a 0. We have a 0 here. 0 minus 1 can go, so you're going to take this 1 and call it 2 and put it here. So it's a 2 minus 1 will give you 1. Okay, so this is the answer. So the answer is 1011 in base 2. And from the question, it should be option B. The second way to do this is to convert these two numbers to decimal, that is to base 10. Okay, so starting with the first one, which is 11001 in base 2. To convert it to base 10, you write out the powers of 2 starting from this last number and then starting with 0. And then you have 1, you have 2, you have 3, and you have 4. So you take this 1 and multiply it by 2 and raise it to the power of 4. So you have 1 times 2 to the power of 4 plus 1 times 2 to the power of 3 and plus 0 times 2 to the power of 2, okay, plus 0 times 2 to the power of 1 plus 1 times 2 to the power of 0. So that will give you 2 to the power of 4 is 16. And 16 times 1 is 16. Plus 2 to the third power is 8 times 1 is 8. Plus 2 to the fourth, 2 to the second power is 4 times 0 is 0. And 0, 2 to the first power is 2 times 0 is 0. And then 2 to the power of 0 is 1 times 1 is 1. So if you add up these numbers, you're going to have 24 and 25. So you're going to have 25 in base 10. So we're going to do the same thing to the second number, which is 1110 in base 2. So the powers, you write it down, 1110 in base 2. The powers will be 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Again, you start with the first one, which is 1 times 2 to the power of 3 plus 1 times 2 to the power of 2 plus 1 times 2 to the power of 1 plus 0, that's the last one, 0 times 2 to the power of 0. So this will give you 8 plus this is 4 plus this is 2 and this is 0. So if you add this up, we have 12, 14. So I have 14 in this 10. So you can now subtract 14 from 25. Okay. So if you subtract, you're going to have 11 in base 10. So you can change this 11 in base 10 to base 2 by dividing it by 2. So you say 11 divided by 2. You're going to be taking note of the remainder. So 11 divided by 2 is 5, remainder 1. Okay. Again, 2 divide 5 will give you 2, remainder 1. And 2 divide 2 will give you 1, remainder 0. And 2 divide 1 will give you 0, remainder 1. So your answer is going to be, you're taking your answer from the last one to the first. So you're going to have 1, 0, 1, 1 in base 2. So you're going to be getting the same answer. Okay? You're going to get the same answer. Okay? So that means that um, 11001 in base 2 minus 1110 in base 2 is going to give you 1011 in base 2, and that is your answer. Remember to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this.